to this episode of Escapes. I'm Angela Nagy, and this is my co-hostess of the episode, Miss Dina Nagy.
And we are here at Pegasus Studios in Ithaca, New York, where I am getting a special preview of this week's Escapes.
And today we are escaping with Rick Monroe.
So without further ado, please give it up to my good friend with pretty hair, Mr. Rick Monroe!
Rick got the party started. There was country, rock, pop mashups that were phenomenal. It was a non-stop musical experience. And here on Escapes, I asked a lot of questions when we sat down for 45 minutes that would be of relevance to the young artists that are out there.
A long time ago, someone asked me, do you want to be successful or famous? And I said, well, successful. And they're like, well, that's a smart thing. A lot of famous people that don't make any money. But if you're successful, fame is sometimes, pretty much will follow that somewhere along the line. But it's not even about it. It's about creating good music, music that connects with people, creating a moment that will last, and that's it. And then with that, I think you can maintain a career. I had a friend who, was from the 60s, and he was telling me about his band, and they had a couple really big songs, and I said, do you ever get tired playing those songs? And he's like, because the moment we start the song and I see how happy everyone is, because I go back to the beginning and enjoy it all over again. He goes, and that's what you have to do. So as much as there's certain songs I don't like to play, just because I've played them and I know them, when I see other people respond to them, I realize that that's my job, is to entertain people. That's my job. Aside from writing and all the other stuff, when I'm playing, my job is to be an entertainer. So get out and entertain.
Yeah. So you like to get that lost feeling on the stage.
Oh yeah, and plus I have such a great band and guys to work with that we interwork a lot of things and work things out that way. So we're having a good time up there. People are having a good time. Hopefully, the more people there are, the more fun we have. When there's nobody there, we still find a way to have fun.
Yeah.
And we've done that. We've played from everything from, I've actually played a bar where even the bartender left and said, close up when you're done. And I've played in front of 35,000 people, so I've kind of done both. Hey y'all, I'm Rick Monroe, and if you want to follow me, let's see, there's Facebook, which is Rick Monroe Official. Then there's Twitter, Instagram, that's just Rick Monroe. Obviously, rickmonroe.com would be the best way to get to all the other ones. It's kind of like a splash page. So rickmonroe.com, all pretty simple. There's a Spotify, Rick Monroe. We have our own station, Rick Monroe, on Pandora. Obviously, iTunes, Amazon, all the other stuff. Stream us, watch us, YouTube, Rick Monroe. Easy. It's easy. Don't just Rick Monroe, RickMonroe. Got it. So follow us. I think I was like 7 or 8. I started playing drums. My mom got me a drum set, and I was into it, but not as much because I realized it was a lot of gear to carry. I did dinner theater for a while. I was actually, I went to the Florida School of the Arts for a little bit. I got into that, but acting wasn't my thing, and I just started wanting to write, and I got into, writing. I was writing poems and ideas, and then I finally, got a guitar, and that just kind of, that's like, okay, this is what I want to do. So that's what kind of got me into it.
On this Escapes, I'm showing a lot of the covers that they performed on stage, but I also have lined up for you Ease On Down, This Side of You, and Gypsy Soul, which is the title track off from the EP that they are busy promoting this year. There's a little voice in your head going, whoa, this is awesome. I mean, like, you know, like when you're writing and you have a feel-good feeling, but then to take that out on stage, what's that like?
I mean, that's the best. Well, that's actually where you find out whether a song works or not. I mean, it's one thing in idea. Like, I've known friends who will sit there and work out songs and practice forever, think it out live and go, wow, this just doesn't work. And that happens. So you really, but then there's songs that work live that don't work on radio. Because I mean, the internet, Spotify, and all that is definitely starting to become the watermarks to your career. But you just got to keep creating stuff that, honestly, you just got to be honest and create stuff that connects with people. Well, like, living in Nashville is a very production-oriented, very kind of strict rules of how they make music. But I think people are starting to realize that there's a core of authenticity that needs to happen. It used to be that you would have your road band and your band that did the records, which is all the studio guys. Now, like me, we just started doing the new EP, and I'm like, you know what? I want to use my guys, the guys that I play with every night, the guys that know the material, and if it might take one or two more takes, that's worth it because we're gonna get the more raw sound. And it was funny. We just cut one of the new songs, and yeah, the energy's so much better just from an energy standpoint. And and these songs are, like we were talking about, hooks. Some of these songs, when you hear them, you'll get through the first chorus and it won't let you go. There's a song called "Good Is Gone" that I can guarantee will get stuck in your head. The riff alone will get stuck in your head. And we have another one called "Cocaine Cold and Whiskey Shakes" that I've played that for a couple people, and they're like, "Dude, I hate you." It's 3 days later, I'm still singing that chorus.
We could sit around and wonder where we'll be tomorrow. Every day we spend, that's a day borrowed from another one. I know I know we got to slow down, honey, just like that. Loving every moment like it's the last, and take our time here and now.
Tours, I was out with the Jaeger country tours for a couple years, and I would notice, as the tours kept getting bigger, I'd start a song like "Ease On Down," and I'd look out and I'd see like all these people singing. I'm like, how the heck do they know this? Because it's not even released. This is before we even released that song. But they're like, oh, we saw you last time, or we saw you last week. And because a lot of the guys I was touring with had such avid fans that they would follow them. So you'd start picking that up pretty quick. touring band.
Right.
So our thing is more about that. I mean, you know, maybe I need to work more on YouTube kind of numbers because it does help with certain artists. And but we're still, you know, we like to put, you know, the rubber to the road kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And actually, that is starting to pick back up because now music is almost songs and CDs or MP3s or whatever. People don't buy them anymore. You just give that away. But what you do have is the experience of going to see that band.
Yes.
And I think people are starting to go, well, that's cool that we have the music, but I need to interact, so I'm going to go out and see the band. So you give away a lot of stuff like the music to create the live, and bands that can do it live are starting to become, that becomes a thing again. You know, and there are very few bands who can actually just play without tracks. So we pride ourselves on that. Nothing against bands that do that, but.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it, girl. I can't believe that you were mine. A little reckless at the right time. Your inhibitions, you said them all.
Nashville is very much, like I said, it's pretty much, you know, you have the artists and they pick up bands and they'll go out. I've had so many friends who are like, oh, I'm going out this weekend with this guy, or next week I'm going out with that guy. And so it is hard to kind of create that cohesive feeling in a band thing. And like I said, you know, I'm getting my guys to play on the stuff. I want my guys to be involved with it. I want my guys to be involved with writing. And I'm trying to do that more as you know, more that as things come forward. Because again, that's, I mean, I hope, you know, I mean, the 70s had it going on. They had bands that would go in and spend months on end writing and recording in a studio. Now you don't do records, you do EPs, you do singles. You go in and you cut something and it's content. I mean, now it's all about content. Which is good. Yeah, it's good in the sense of it keeps you having to create, but it's bad in the sense of you're creating twice as fast, where sometimes I think a little gestation, a little bit of growth is good. But, you know, we've spent the last 2 years touring a lot. And now the sound and what we're developing and the new record is definitely going to be because of that 2 years. And I think that's a very healthy thing.
Now this is the EP that you have out.
Yeah, that's the one we have right now. But and the last single was This Side of You. I think we got like top 50 at Billboard. We did well. It's, you know, did good. But moving forward, I mean, we were deciding whether we wanted to do another single off of it or move forward, and we just started recording some new stuff. So I think we're going to move forward. Yeah. So I'm not really sure what we're going to call it yet, but we're definitely moving forward on new stuff.
Tired of the daily grind, to leave the status quo behind. Grow my hair, child, and feel the breeze. No boss, no telephone, without a watch, time is my own. Do with it, Lord, just as I please. Said, whoa, I hear that voice inside. I'm living free, child, until the day I die. I've got a gypsy soul, and I've tried to do the right thing. Got caught up in their whole game. I never took the time to worry about me. Selfless in every way, Lord, whose dues did I really pay? It's over now. I said, whoa, I hear that voice inside. I'm living free, child, till the day I die. I've got a gypsy soul. You see, I'm getting too comfortable. I think I better go. I've days, a brand new life, country days and city nights. Lord, there's just so much left to see. I thought about settling down, man, there's always one more town. Yeah, that's how it's got to be. I've got a gypsy soul. You see, I'm getting too comfortable. I think I better go. I've got a gypsy soul. Think I'll die if I stay too long. Let my spirit roll. I've got a gypsy soul. I better let my spirit roll. I'm gonna let it roll. Yeah. I said roll, roll, roll. Yeah, all right now. I've got a gypsy soul. Yeah, I've got a gypsy soul. Said I've got a gypsy soul. Think I'll die if I stay too long. Let my spirit roll. I got a gypsy soul.
I know after listening to that song, everyone is thinking, I have a gypsy soul.
Oh, I know, I definitely do. And if you now have a Gypsy Soul, I recommend that you go online under Rick Monroe and be able to check out his page, which will give some of the tour dates, and go and check out the YouTube channel for more of his great music and keeping right up with what he's got going on. Thank you for watching this episode, and thank you for co-hosting again. This has been a wonderful treat to be able to give you the sneak preview as I've been editing.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.
Until next time, everyone.
Find an escape. They're giving me 30 whole seconds in order to explain to you my Central New York Variety Magazine show that comes to you on your Channel 13 every Friday night at 8 o'clock and Saturday nights at 7. And that is like me showing you 30 minutes of people, places, and events that are going on in Central New York just so that you'll be able to go and plan your own special escapes. And And then they liked me enough that they put me on my past episodes on the Pegasus website so that you can check them out.